Ready for medical career growth? Yes, you are in the right place. Hello, this is Dr. Neema Bish, BDS by degree and a pharma professional. As a founder of Career in Pharma, our mission is to guide medical professionals towards remarkable success in the pharma industry. With a track record of over 700 plus students trained and placed into various premier pharma companies, we are here to elevate your journey. Hello everyone. Once again, I welcome you all to Career in Pharma and welcome to another episode of Ask Us Anything series. Now in today's video, we are going to discuss a very common question which we get from our followers, our viewers, our students, our community members. Now that question is, how much information about pharmacovigilance safety database you should be knowing at a fresher level, because there is a lot of buzz around कि मेरे को सॉफ्टवेयर का सारा चीज पता होना चाहिए जॉब लेने के पहले at a fresher level, because lot many people they ask me, do you provide database training, do you give hands-on experience on database? So let me tell you frankly and honest reply is no. Not at all. There is no database software training is required at a fresher level. Now the reason for this no is because the company which going to hire you for freshers role, they're going to give you an intensive training on database, on safety database, safety software. Okay, so no need to know this thing in so much deep level at a fresher level when you are searching for job. But yes, you should be knowing the overview. You should be understanding what exactly it is, why we are working on this. Yes. So for this video is about what is database, what are the database in use in pharmacovigilance, or what is safety database, what is software in pharmacovigilance. That we are going to talk about in today's video. Yes. So let's begin this video. Now, before I begin, don't forget to hit a like button if you really like this information. Fruitful, and also please don't forget to share to your friends. Okay, so knowledge ऐसी चीज है अपने तक नहीं रखनी चाहिए आपको. information ऐसी चीज है जो कि आपको अच्छी लगती है, आपको लगता है कि ये information सुन के किसी next की भी help हो सकती है, तो you should spread it, you should share with your friends also, right? So don't forget to do all these things, and also don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Okay, so let's begin. Now in today's video, I'm going to tell you about the safety database in 5 subtopics. So first is, I will tell you what exactly is safety database and software in pharmacovigilance, how database software looks like, then from where the information is collected into this database, why there is requirement of these database and softwares, and last but not the least, different kind of pharmacovigilance software. Yeah, this is point number 4. And last one is really software hands-on experience or exposure is required to get a job at a fresher level in pharmacovigilance. These 5 topics I'm going to talk about in today's video. First of all, आज हम ये समझेंगे कि safety database होता क्या है. तो safety, why we are calling it as safety? Because pharmacovigilance means patient safety. So whatever database software we are using inside pharmacovigilance is always known as safety database. So you can call it as safety database, you can call it as software in pharmacovigilance. So these database in pharmacovigilance are also known as safety database, as in pharmacovigilance we are concerned with patient safety. And we want to keep the patient safe by preventing them from the adverse event happening after the drug. As we all know, हर एलोपैथी मेडिसिन का साइड इफेक्ट तो होता ही है. So I'm not saying there should not be any side effect. The thing is, side effect should be manageable, should be minor, should not be serious. So always the benefits, whatever the patient is going to have with the help of medicine, should outweigh the risk. This way we can decide how the drug is safe. So अगर आपके बेनिफिट आपके रिस्क से ज्यादा हैं तो डेफिनेटली मेडिसिन आपको लेनी चाहिए. So in the recent past, you know, right, कोविशील्ड वैक्सीन के बारे में इतना कुछ चल रहा है. लोग बोल रहे हैं कि बिकॉज ऑफ कोविशील्ड हार्ट अटैक हुए, ब्लड क्लॉट्स बन रहे हैं, एवरीथिंग इज देयर. बट लेट मी टेल यू, इन सारे मिस इन्फॉर्मेशन के पीछे मत पड़िए, क्योंकि कोविशील्ड के जो भी साइड इफेक्ट्स होने थे रिलेटेड टू ब्लड क्लॉट्स और हार्ट अटैक, दैट इज विजिबल विद इन 42 to 45 days after you take the vaccine. Now if you have already crossed 2 years, 3 years, okay, 1 year of taking Covishield, so you need not to worry. So इस केस में हमने क्या देखा कि बेनिफिट्स ज्यादा हैं एज कंपेयर टू रिस्क. नाउ रिस्क क्या था? अगर वैक्सीन नहीं लेते तो यू कुड हैव सफर्ड विद सीरियस outcome of COVID-19 itself, right? So that was the biggest risk, जहाँ पे लोगों की डेथ भी हुई, right? So इस केस में we are having more benefits than risk. और risk तो always involved रहता है, thus there should be the balance, right? So this is just an example. That's why we are saying it as a safety database, because we are ultimately aiming for patient safety in pharmacovigilance. Yes. Also, this safety database is a central repository, means it's like a warehouse, it's like a bank account deposit, where it is a central repository for collecting, managing and analyzing the safety information related to drugs and medical devices. Okay, so pharmacovigilance केवल ड्रग की नहीं होती है, मेडिकल डिवाइसेस की भी होती है. मींस जो हम ये चेक करते हैं, ठीक है, फार्माकोविजिलेंस तो हम ड्रग के रिलेशन में बोलते हैं, टू कीप अ चेक ऑन अ ड्रग इज फार्माकोविजिलेंस. बट मेडिकल डिवाइसेस के लिए जो टर्म यूज होता है, दैट इज मटीरियोविजिलेंस. ओके, so through this vigilance, through this entire pharmacovigilance, we are keeping a check on the safety of a drug as well as medical devices. Okay, so these software are essential component of pharmacovigilance and in use by, इसको use कौन करता है? Pharma companies, यहाँ पे आपकी जॉब लग सकती है, रेगुलेटरी अथॉरिटीज भी यूज करती हैं डेटा को देखने के लिए, अदर स्टेक होल्डर्स लाइक अगर आप किसी सीआरओ में काम करते हैं वो भी इस फार्माकोविजिलेंस को यूज करते हैं. आईटी कंपनीज, दोज आर प्रोवाइडिंग सर्विसेज फॉर फार्मा कंपनीज, दे आल्सो यूज दिस सॉफ्टवेयर टू मॉनिटर द सेफ्टी एंड इफेक्टिवनेस ऑफ द ड्रग and the medical devices throughout their life cycle. So these safety database are very critical tool for pharmacovigilance. Without the help of software, we will not be able to collect, manage and analyze the data on such a bigger level, right? यहाँ पे ऐसा नहीं है कि कोई छोटी सी क्लिनिक है, पेशेंट आ रहा है, आपने डायरी में सब कुछ नोट किया. नो, it happens on a bigger level, it happens on a mass level. जैसे मास वैक्सीनेशन हुआ कोविड-19 का, तो कहाँ से हमें पता चला? क्यों एस्ट्राजेनेका ने कंफर्म किया कि थ्रोम्बोसिस के एपिसोड्स है उन्हीं की मेडिसिन की वजह से. हाउ दे आर एबल टू डू इट? ये तो पूरा मास वैक्सीनेशन हुआ था ना. तो हाउ दे आर एबल टू गेट दिस डेटा, हाउ दे आर एबल टू मैनेज एंड एनालाइज दिस डेटा with the help of these kind of softwares that we call as safety database or pharmacovigilance software. Now next question is database रखता कैसे है? Whatever से और database होते हैं, software होते हैं, similar to that we have pharmacovigilance safety database also, right? Means for example, if you are a clinician, you know, right, we have many patient management softwares, right? प्रैक्टो के पास है जहाँ पे आप पेशेंट्स को अपॉइंटमेंट दे सकते हैं, उनकी नेक्स्ट अपॉइंटमेंट शेड्यूल कर सकते हैं. सो ये सब क्या है? दीज आर ऑल डेटाबेस, राइट? वहाँ पे आप पेशेंट का डेटा ले रहे हैं, उनका क्या क्या ट्रीटमेंट हुआ है वो सब देख रहे हैं. एनालिसिस के लिए भी ये डेटाबेस हेल्प करता है. सिमिलरली वी हैव फार्माकोविजिलेंस डेटाबेस, जो कि आप कह सकते हैं इट्स काइंड ऑफ डिजिटल डायरी, जहाँ पे डिफरेंट सेक्शंस होते हैं और टैब्स होते हैं to store and manage a wide range of safety related information like patient demographics, what adverse event happened to the patient after taking the drug, patient's medical history, patient surgical history, drug related information, laboratory data and other relevant information, whatever is needed to analyze the data. So this is how database looks like. There are different tabs section to do the entry. So that is the database looks like. You can say any diary, right? Every diary has calendar, day-wise pages. Similarly, inside database, we have patient information entering section, we have medical history entering section, we have laboratory data entering section, we have drug-related information entering section, right? The different sections are there. Now, the question is, ये डेटा आता कहाँ से? From where the information is collected in the database. So data into the safety database are collected from various sources. For example, clinical trials, post-marketing surveillance studies, that is phase 4, spontaneous report, and through literature reviews also. A spontaneous report could be that patient himself or herself, send a complaint to pharma company saying that their drug causing this and that in them. So those are spontaneous report. Even any healthcare professional, doctors, clinicians can send a complaint to pharma companies that after taking their drug, blah 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 happened to their patients. So these are all reports coming to pharma companies, to CROs, and they are sending to their workers, to their employees, and then these employees are collecting this information with the help of database. Yes. Now, why there is a requirement of database? मतलब ये सारा requirement क्यों है? Why we need? So first of all, like I said, here we are doing something at a very mass level. Okay, impact is big, so everything is happening on a bigger level. Yeah. So to collect that data, to analyze that data, you can't do the things manually. You need a robust software where you can collect this data. You need a robust database. Yes, so that is one of the requirement is because the data is huge. To collect, to analyze that data, we need softwares. Third is to get a uniform data at a single place. Fourth is the same data inside database can be accessed and modified by the user depending on their role and irrespective of where they are sitting. Means, let's say you are a medical reviewer in any pharma company. So you are doing the end stage medical review of these reports, patient reports with the help of database. So आपका रोल मेडिकल रिव्यूअर का है, तो आप उसी डेटाबेस के अंदर जो एक डेटा एंट्री वाले ने डेटा की है उसको आप रिव्यू करेंगे सेम डेटाबेस के अंदर. सो योर स्टेप विल बी डिफरेंट. डेटा एंट्री वाले का स्टेप डिफरेंट होगा, एक्सेस डिफरेंट होगा. सिमिलरली जो इनटेक लेते हैं केस का, जिनको हम इनटेक इन ट्रायज भी बोलते हैं, उनका एक्सेस डिफरेंट होता है. बट ऑल आर वर्किंग इन द सेम डेटाबेस, बट सबको अलग अलग पेजों का एक्सेस होता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, हमारे पास एक डायरी है, उस एक डायरी में किसी एक को एंट्री करनी है, दूसरे को उसकी समरी बनानी है, तीसरे को रिव्यू करना है. तो सिमिलरली इस डेटाबेस के अंदर भी we have different tabs accessed by different people depending on their role in the company. Irrespective of, अगर मेडिकल रिव्यूअर लेट्स से इंडिया में बैंगलोर में बैठ के काम कर रहा है, डेटा एंट्री ट्रायज लेट्स से हैदराबाद से काम कर रही है, तो irrespective of from wherever you are working, irrespective of your location or if you are doing work from home, everyone can access that data in that database software. So that is one of the requirements, so that it can be accessed by multiple users. Other important requirement is to generate the safety reports which are submitted to regulatory authorities. So it is a requirement by regulatory authorities from the pharma company to submit this data to them. So definitely इतना huge data है, उसका एक समरी बनाने में, एक सेफ्टी रिपोर्ट्स बनाने में, with the help of software it becomes easy, right? So that's why it also helps in generating the safety reports which are submitted to regulatory authority, and in result regulatory authorities are making decision related to drug approvals, related to drug labeling, and related to risk management associated with that specific drug. That's why there is a requirement of database or software. Now next question is, what are the different kind of pharmacovigilance software available? Let me tell you, ये जो pharmacovigilance database होते हैं, safety database होते हैं, softwares होते हैं, these are very expensive softwares, and definitely software का नाम आते ही कौन बनाएगा? Software companies बनाएंगी. So हर company अपने client के हिसाब से हर database को modify करवाती है, तो उसको हम बोलते हैं customized database as well. So there are various databases in use to monitor the safety and effectiveness of any drug and medical devices. Examples are, one of the most popular and I would say universal one is Argus Safety. Almost सारी कंपनी में Argus Safety use होता है, जो कि developed by Oracle. Oracle is a software company. Second is ARIS-G, which is developed by ARIS Global. Okay, so ARIS-G का full form ही है ARIS Global. ARIS-G is again another safety database developed by ARIS Global. Now, other are like PVWorks, Epcor, Empirica, Trace, ClinTrace, Sapphire. There are n number of safety database depending on company का budget कितना है, company के client की requirement क्या है, कितना customization चाहिए, क्या चाहिए, इन सब के basis पे any company decide to go for any safety database. Okay, so ऐसा नहीं कि Argus ही everywhere Argus is in use, because it depends on the budget of the company also. अगर मेरे पास Argus सॉफ्टवेयर खरीदने के पैसे नहीं है तो मैं कोई सस्ता सॉफ्टवेयर लेके भी काम कर सकती हूँ, right? So it all depends on your budget, client requirement and all those things. Now last but not the least, which is very important and because of which I made this video is really software hands-on experience or exposure required to get a job at a fresher level in pharmacovigilance. So for this, let me tell you frankly, my answer is a big no. Why? Because I already told you at a fresher level, whenever company is hiring you, you are going to get an intensive training on software by the company, which will go very easily from 2 to 3 months. It doesn't matter how much software you know, doesn't matter if you have done hands-on also, because every company has customized the software. Original software कैसा भी लगेगा, उसमें आपको always customization मिलेंगे as per the company's requirement, client requirement. Yes, frankly speaking, no requirement of hands-on experience is required, but it is always better to know more before you go for interview. So just having an overview of the database, how it looks, how it works, and how we are collecting the data, different tabs. If you know this also, it is more than sufficient to crack any interview. Trust me. Because guys, there is a lot of buzz कि भाई hands-on experience चाहिए, उसके बिना job नहीं लगती, right? बहुत सारे institute ऐसा आपसे बोलेंगे भी, but trust me, trust Career in Pharma, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है. At Career in Pharma, we are able to help many in getting job without this hands-on also. We do have overview, exposure of database information knowledge in our program, but no hands-on is there because again, there is a cost involved in that. So if you are paying to any institute just for this hands-on experience and you are paying them into lakhs, then let me tell you, no need. There is no need of that. Okay, just an overview will work great. इसके अलावा please have a good understanding of the concepts that will help you more in cracking the interview. Because what is the point if you know end-to-end about software but you don't understand why we are doing pharmacovigilance, right? What is the point if you know everything inside software but you are not able to interpret the data? So सॉफ्टवेयर जानने से ज्यादा जरूरी है एट अ फ्रेशर लेवल अदर थिंग, लाइक हम फार्माकोविजिलेंस क्यों कर रहे हैं, किसके लिए कर रहे हैं, क्या इससे मिलता है, राइट? ऑल दीज कॉन्सेप्ट्स यू शुड बी नोइंग rather than going into details of software, right? So with this I'm going to conclude this video. I hope you got a clear cut idea on कि आपको सॉफ्टवेयर का हैंड्स ऑन लेना चाहिए कि नहीं. But see, out of curiosity, if you want to do, if you have that much money to spend to invest in those kind of programs, then you can go for, otherwise no need. Trust me, there is no need of hands-on or getting so much deeper level knowledge of softwares. Yes, so that's all for this video, and if you really find it fruitful, knowledgeable, with full of information, don't forget to share this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to hit a like button. Yes, so with this, I will be coming soon with some fresh next video. Till the time I come again, till that time, please stay safe, aware, healthy, updated, and keep exploring new things, because unless and until you don't explore, you don't get how to do it. Have a nice day. Thank you.